That syncs up quite nicely with Gartner research that shows that CIOs who are good at innovating aren't just good at doing the innovation part, but actually selling innovation to their enterprise, especially the senior leaders. Can you share with us some of the things that you do to sell that innovation, especially to senior leaders?
Yes. You know, a lot of times, can I tell you honestly, just if I think about it, when I sell it to somebody, I'm selling to individuals.
Okay.
Right? So different people, you need to have the conversation differently. The CMO, it's very creative. They look at things a certain way. If I go to our head of integrated supply chain, it's very deterministic and it's factual with the facts, and you have to be buttoned up all the way through. So the first thing I do, and I hate even selling it because I work for the shareholders just like they are, you know? So I'm really working for the shareholders of the company, and I look at it from an attitude, I'm not trying to make them happy, I'm trying to make our shareholders happy. So sometimes my job is to disrupt their thinking. So, and I know they're not gonna like me disrupting their thinking, but that's my job. So a lot of times you're gonna come to them the way they like to see things, and a lot of times you're gonna come with that pilots and test runs. The areas, the hardest ones for us to really push is when it gets too close to the consumers, because we're so varied and so big. So what we do is I have a small innovation team. Their job is to create things that are disruptive and create prototypes that can take it to people and let them see it. And a lot of times when people see these things, it just hits them like a ton of brick. Example, the one we're working on now, it's Mondelēz now, as you see our brand, it's a snacking company, which means it's not you put it on your grocery list to buy a chocolate. It's typically, we'll call it an impulse buy, and there's certain places in the store that we have to put it in the millions of outlets. So we're coming up with a fixture that's totally digital fixture that sits next to at the end of aisle when you buy the stuff, and actually we are sensing the consumer's behavior as they exit the store.
What do you mean by that, sensing?
We see, did you come? Are you happy? Did you pick a product? Did you put it back? You have your kids, did you get pull it and give it to you? So we're trying to understand what the consumer behavior at that point, and it's very, very hard to do. This has been the second iteration because we built a small vending machine before that. So we learned this thing was all about the data acquisition. It's not about the cool screen or how people are interacting with the ad. It's how well are we collecting the data and how we deciding on it. So we built this prototype and we showed the folks how you get some amazing data acquisition about the consumer behavior. So people look at that and say, I want to get that before my competition does.
I've been scanned by that vending machine, by the way. It's actually quite interesting, yeah.